The Book of Jasher, a captioned audiobook narrated by In His Word 2. Chapter 45 and Chapter 46 and Chapter 47. And it was at that time, in that year, which was the year of Joseph's going down to Egypt, after his brothers had sold him, that Reuben, the son of Jacob, went to Timnah, and took unto him for a wife Eliaram, the daughter of Avi the Canaanite. And he came to her. And Eliaram, the wife of Reuben, conceived, and bare him Hanok, Pelu, Chetzron, and Carmi, 4 sons. And Simeon his brother took his sister Dinah for a wife, and she bare unto him Memuel, Yamin, Ohad, Jachin, and Zochar, 5 sons. And he afterward came to Bunah, the Canaanish woman. The same is the Bunah whom Simeon took captive from the city of Shechem. And Bunah was before Dinah, and attended upon her. And Simeon came to her, and she bare unto him Saul. And Judah went at that time to Adullam. And he came to a man of Adullam, and his name was Hira. And Judah saw there the daughter of a man from Canaan, and her name was Eliah, the daughter of Shua. And he took her and came to her. And Eliah bare unto Judah Onan, and Shiloh, 3 sons. And Levi and Issachar went to the land of the east. And they took unto themselves for wives the daughters of Jobab, the son of Joktan, the son of Eber. And Jobab, the son of Joktan, had 2 daughters. The name of the elder was Adinah, and the name of the younger was Aridah. And Levi took Adinah, and Issachar took Aridah. And they came to the land of Canaan, to their father's house. And Adinah bare unto Levi Gershon, Kehath, and Merari, 3 sons. And Aridah bare unto Issachar Tola, Puvah, Job, and Shamron, 4 sons. And Dan went to the land of Moab, and took for a wife Aphleleth, the daughter of Shamudon, the Moabite, and he brought her to the land of Canaan. And Aphleleth was barren, she had no offspring. And God afterward remembered Aphleleth, the wife of Dan, and she conceived and bare a son, and she called his name Cushim. And Gad and Naphtali went to Haran, and took from thence the daughters of Amuran, the son of Uz, the son of Nahor, for wives. And these are the names of the daughters of Amuran. The name of the elder was Miramah, and the name of the younger was Uzith. And Naphtali took Miramah, and Gad took Uzith, and brought them to the land of Canaan, to their father's house. And Miramah bare unto Naphtali Yachzeel, Guni, Yazer, and Shalem, 4 sons. And Uzith bare unto Gad Zephion, Kagi, Shunai, Esbon, Eri, Arodi, and Arali, 7 sons. And Asher went forth and took Adon, the daughter of Aphlal, the son of Hadad, the son of Ishmael, for a wife, and he brought her to the land of Canaan. And Adon, the wife of Asher, died in those days. She had no offspring. And it was after the death of Adon that Asher went to the other side of the river, and took for a wife Hadurah, the daughter of Abimel, son of Eber, the son of Shem. And the young woman was of a comely appearance, and a woman of sense. And she had been the wife of Malchiel, the son of Elam, the son of Shem. And Hadurah bare a daughter unto Malchiel, and he called her name Sirach. And Malchiel died after this. And Hadurah went and remained in her father's house. And after the death of the wife of Asher, he went and took Hadurah for a wife, and brought her to the land of Canaan. And Sirach, her daughter, he also brought with him. And she was 3 years old. And the damsel was brought up in Jacob's house. And the damsel was of a comely appearance, and she went in the sanctified ways of the children of Jacob. She lacked nothing, and the Lord gave her wisdom and understanding. And Hadurah, the wife of Asher, conceived and bare unto him Yimnah, Yishvah, Yishvi, and Beriah, 4 sons. And Zebulun went to Midian, and took for a wife Marisha, the daughter of Molad, the son of Abidiah, the son of Midian, and brought her to the land of Canaan. And Marusha bare unto Zebulun Sered, Elon, and Jokliel, 3 sons. And Jacob sent to Aram, the son of Zobah, the son of Terah, and he took for his son Benjamin Mechaliah, the daughter of Aram. And she came to the land of Canaan, to the house of Jacob. And Benjamin was 10 years old when he took Mechaliah, the daughter of Aram, for a wife. And Mechaliah conceived and bare unto Benjamin Bela, Becher, Ashbel, Gera, and Naaman, 5 sons. And Benjamin went afterward and took for a wife Arabah, the daughter of Shamron, the son of Abraham, in addition to his first wife, and he was 18 years old. And Arabah bare unto Benjamin Ashi, Vosh, Mupim, Chupim, and Ord, 5 sons. And in those days Judah went to the house of Shem, and took Tamar, the daughter of Elam, the son of Shem, for a wife for his firstborn And came to his wife Tamar, and she became his wife. And when he came to her, he outwardly destroyed his seed, and his work was evil in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. And it was after the death of Judah's firstborn, that Judah said to Onan, Go to thy brother's wife, and marry her as the next of kin, and raise up seed to thy brother. And Onan took Tamar for a wife, and he came to her. And Onan also did like unto the work of his brother, and his work was evil in the sight of the Lord, and he slew him also. And when Onan died, Judah said unto Tamar, Remain in thy father's house until my son Shiloh shall have grown up. And Judah did no more delight in Tamar, to give her unto Shiloh, for he said, Peradventure he will also die like his brothers. And Tamar rose up and went, and remained in her father's house, and Tamar was in her father's house for some time. And at the revolution of the year, Eliath, the wife of Judah, died, and Judah was comforted for his wife. And after the death of Eliath, Judah went up with his friend Hirah to Timnah to shear the sheep. And Tamar heard that Judah had gone up to Timnah to shear the sheep, and that Shiloh was grown up, and Judah did not delight in her. And Tamar rose up, and put off the garments of her widowhood. And she put a veil upon her, and she entirely covered herself. And she went and sat in the public thoroughfare, which is upon the road to Timnah. And Judah passed and saw her, and took her, and he came to her, and she conceived by him. And at the time of being delivered, behold, there were twins in her womb. And he called the name of the first Perez, and the name of the second Zara. In those days Joseph was still confined in the prison house in the land of Egypt. At that time the attendants of Pharaoh were standing before him, the chief of the butlers and the chief of the bakers, which belonged to the king of Egypt. And the butler took wine and placed it before the king to drink, and the baker placed bread before the king to eat. And the king drank of the wine and ate of the bread, he and his servants and ministers that ate at the king's table. And whilst they were eating and drinking, the butler and the baker remained there. And Pharaoh's ministers found many flies in the wine, which the butler had brought, and stones of niter were found in the baker's bread. And the captain of the guard placed Joseph as an attendant on Pharaoh's officers. And Pharaoh's officers were in confinement 1 year. And at the end of the year they both dreamed dreams in one night, in the place of confinement where they were. And in the morning Joseph came to them to attend upon them as usual. And he saw them, and behold, their countenances were dejected and sad. And Joseph asked them, Why are your countenances sad and dejected this day? And they said unto him, We dreamed a dream, and there is no one to interpret it. And Joseph said unto them, Relate, I pray you, your dream unto me, and God shall give you an answer of peace as you desire. And the butler related his dream unto Joseph. And he said, I saw in my dream, and behold, a large vine was before me. And upon that vine I saw 3 branches. And the vine speedily blossomed, and reached a great height, and its clusters were ripened and became grapes. And I took the grapes and pressed them in a cup, and placed it in Pharaoh's hand, and he drank. And Joseph said unto him, The 3 branches that were upon the vine are 3 days. Yet within 3 days the king will order thee to be brought out, and he will restore thee to thy office. And thou shalt give the king his wine to drink as at first, when thou wast his butler. But let me find favor in thy sight, that thou shalt remember me to Pharaoh when it be well with thee, and do kindness unto me, and get me brought forth from this prison. For I was stolen away from the land of Canaan, and was sold for a slave in this place. And also that which was told thee concerning my master's wife is false, for they placed me in this dungeon for naught. And the butler answered Joseph, saying, If the king deal well with me as at first, as thou hast interpreted to me, I will do all that thou desirest, and get thee brought out of this dungeon. And the baker, seeing that Joseph had accurately interpreted the butler's dream, also approached and related the whole of his dream to Joseph. And he said unto him, In my dream I saw, and behold, 3 white baskets upon my head. And I looked, and behold, there were in the uppermost basket all manner of baked meats for my Pharaoh. And behold, the birds were eating them from off my head. And Joseph said unto him, The 3 baskets which thou didst see are 3 days. Yet within 3 days Pharaoh will take off thy head, and hang thee upon a tree, and the birds will eat thy flesh from off thee, as thou sawest in thy dream. In those days the queen was about to be delivered, and upon that day she bare a son unto the king of Egypt. And they proclaimed that the king had gotten his firstborn son, and all the people of Egypt together with the officers and servants of Pharaoh rejoiced greatly. And upon the 3rd day of his birth Pharaoh made a feast for his officers and servants, for the host of the land of Zoar and of the land of Egypt. And all the people of Egypt and the servants of Pharaoh came to eat and drink with the king at the feast of his son, and to rejoice at the king's rejoicing. And all the officers of the king and his servants were rejoicing at that time for 8 days at the feast. And they made merry with all sorts of musical instruments, with timbrels and with dances, in the king's house for 8 days. And the butler, to whom Joseph had interpreted his dream, forgot Joseph, and he did not mention him to the king as he had promised. For this thing was from the Lord, in order to punish Joseph, because he had trusted in man. And Joseph remained after this in the prison house 2 years, until he had completed 12 years. And Isaac, the son of Abraham, was still living in those days in the land of Canaan. He was very aged, 180 years old. And Esau his son, the brother of Jacob, was in the land of Edom, and he and his sons had possessions in it amongst the children of Seir. And Esau heard that his father's time was drawing nigh to die. And he and his sons and household came unto the land of Canaan, unto his father's house. And Jacob and his sons went forth from the place where they dwelt in Hebron. And they all came to their father Isaac. And they found Esau and his sons in the tent. And Jacob and his sons sat before his father Isaac. And Jacob was still mourning for his son Joseph. And Isaac said unto Jacob, Bring me hither thy sons, and I will bless them. And Jacob brought his 11 children before his father Isaac. And Isaac placed his hands upon all the sons of Jacob, and he took hold of them and embraced them, and kissed them one by one. And Isaac blessed them on that day, and he said unto them, May the God of your fathers bless you and increase your seed like the stars of heaven for number. And Isaac also blessed the sons of Esau, saying, May God cause you to be a dread and a terror to all that will behold you, and to all your enemies. And Isaac called Jacob and his sons, and they all came and sat before Isaac. And Isaac said unto Jacob, The Lord God of the whole earth said unto me, Unto thy seed will I give this land for an inheritance, if thy children keep my statutes and my ways. And I will perform unto them the oath which I swore unto thy father Abraham. Now therefore, my son, teach thy children and thy children's children to fear the Lord, and to go in the good way which will please the Lord thy God. For if you keep the ways of the Lord and his statutes, the Lord will also keep unto you his covenant with Abraham. and will do well with you and your seed all the days." And when Isaac had finished commanding Jacob and his children, he gave up the ghost and died, and was gathered unto his people. And Jacob and Esau fell upon the face of their father Isaac, and they wept. And Isaac was 180 years old when he died in the land of Canaan, in Hebron. And his sons carried him to the cave of Machpelah, which Abraham had bought from the children of Heth for a possession of a burial place. And all the kings of the land of Canaan went with Jacob and Esau to bury Isaac. And all the kings of Canaan showed Isaac great honor at his death. And the sons of Jacob and the sons of Esau went barefooted round about, walking and lamenting, until they reached Kirith Arba. And Jacob and Esau buried their father Isaac in the cave of Machpelah, which is in Kirith Arba in Hebron. And they buried him with very great honor, as at the funeral of kings. And Jacob and his sons, and Esau and his sons, and all the kings of Canaan made a great and heavy mourning. And they buried him and mourned him for many days. And at the death of Isaac he left his cattle and his possessions and all belonging to him to his sons. And Esau said unto Jacob, Behold, I pray thee, all that our father has left we will divide it in 2 parts, and I will have the choice. And Jacob said, We will do so. And Jacob took all that Isaac had left in the land of Canaan, the cattle and the property, and he placed them in 2 parts before Esau and his sons. And he said unto Esau, Behold, all this is before thee. Choose thou unto thyself the half which thou wilt take. And Jacob said unto Esau, Hear thou, I pray thee, what I will speak unto thee, saying, The Lord God of heaven and earth spoke unto our fathers Abraham and Isaac, saying, Unto thy seed will I give this land for an inheritance forever. Now therefore, all that our father has left is before thee. And behold, all the land is before thee. Choose thou from them what thou desirest. If thou desirest the whole land, take it for thee and thy children forever, and I will take this riches. And if thou desirest the riches, take it unto thee, and I will take this land for me and for my children to inherit it forever. And Nebaioth, the son of Ishmael, was then in the land with his children. And Esau went on that day and consulted with him, saying, Thus has Jacob spoken unto me, and thus has he answered me. Now give thy advice, and we will hear. And Nebaioth said, What is this that Jacob hath spoken unto thee? Behold, all the children of Canaan are dwelling securely in their land, and Jacob saith he will inherit it with his seed all the days? Go now therefore, and take all thy father's riches, and leave Jacob thy brother in the land, as he has spoken. And Esau rose up and returned to Jacob, and did all that Nebaioth the son of Ishmael had advised. And Esau took all the riches that Isaac had left, the souls, the beasts, the cattle, and the property, and all the riches. He gave nothing to his brother Jacob. And Jacob took all the land of Canaan, from the brook of Egypt unto the river Euphrates. And he took it for an everlasting possession, and for his children, and for his seed after him forever. Jacob also took from his brother Esau the cave of Machpelah, which is in Hebron, which Abraham had bought from Ephron for a possession of a burial place for him and his seed forever. And Jacob wrote all these things in the book of purchase, and he signed it, and he testified all this with 4 faithful witnesses. And these are the words which Jacob wrote in the book, saying, The land of Canaan, and all the cities of the Hittites, the Hivites, the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, and the Girgashites, all the 7 nations from the river of Egypt unto the river Euphrates, and the city of Hebron, Kirith Arba, and the cave which is in it. The whole did Jacob buy from his brother Esau for value, for a possession, and for an inheritance for his seed after him forever. And Jacob took the book of purchase and the signature, the command and the statutes and the revealed book, and he placed them in an earthen vessel in order that they should remain for a long time. And he delivered them into the hands of his children. Esau took all that his father had left him after his death from his brother Jacob, and he took all the property, from man and beast, camel and ass, ox and lamb, silver and gold, stones and bdellium, and all the riches which had belonged to Isaac the son of Abraham. There was nothing left which Esau did not take unto himself, from all that Isaac had left after his death. And Esau took all this, and he and his children went home to the land of Seir the Horite, away from his brother Jacob and his children. And Esau had possessions amongst the children of Seir, and Esau returned not to the land of Canaan from that day forward. And the whole land of Canaan became an inheritance to the children of Israel for an everlasting inheritance. And Esau with all his children inherited the mountain of Seir.